So I know I never made a round 4 video, but here's kind of a catch-up of what I've been doing since I graduated from AmeriCorps and Triple C. Graduation, as some of you guys know, happened in May, so afterwards it was kind of a bit of like confusion or trying to find myself and what I wanted to do. So here's what I did all summer. Directly after graduation, I went back to New York since that's where AmeriCorps bought my flight home. I was there for about 3 days before I took off again, but I got to see my family, my pets, and some friends, so that was fun. Then I got to fly directly to Hawaii with Matt's family, which was super cool. I've never been to Hawaii or any island type places, so it was super exciting getting to explore and see all new things and learn about a new culture, and also spend a lot of time with Matt's family since most of the time that we've been dating, well, the whole time that we've been dating, they've either lived in California or Okinawa, so different parts of the world from New York. While we were here, if we weren't exploring the islands or going to different events, I spent time browsing through different job postings and reaching out to my old professors, just sending them emails, catching them up on what I've done the past year and asking how they've been, trying to see if I could rekindle connections in the professional world. I obviously didn't spend too much time on that though, since everything around was just so exciting and new to me. Also spending time with Matt, since I had been in AmeriCorps, and I saw him every once in a while, but I didn't see him regularly just because of how our schedules worked out and how his new job was busy and mine was always sending me to different places. It was really nice to have a solid week where we would see each other's face every day and we got to talk and hang out. After I left Hawaii, instead of flying all the way back to New York, I got to fly to LAX and visit the Zaragozas and Veda, and it was so much fun being able to catch up with Joe and his little sister Sam and Veda and their dog Jack and just hang out. We went to a Dodgers game, we got really good food at a few different places, and we just got to see each other again after almost a whole year of not seeing each other, which was weird because Joe and I both went to Stonehill and then both went to Manhattan, so I had gotten used to seeing him almost every day, so a year without seeing your best friend was kind of hard. I had known that after going to Hawaii, I was going to end up back in Louisiana, so that's why I flew to LA, since it was cheaper than flying all the way back to New York. I flew there and then had Nahama fly me back to Louisiana. I worked with a group, I think we had 4 other people who also just finished their AmeriCorps term and graduated with me, and we all decided to keep doing the nonprofit disaster response and disaster relief type work. We had all originally planned on being there for only about a month, but myself and Lucy, one of my coworkers, stayed for 6 weeks total. We both ended up getting mold poisoning and getting pretty sick while we were down here, but overall it was a really great time and experience, and I'm planning on making a Nahama video just to show more of what we did while we were down here, but more similar work to what we did with AmeriCorps. Except, of course, that it was June and July instead of November while we were here, and it was so ridiculously hot. After sweating my butt off in Louisiana, I got to come back home and again see all of my friends who still live around New York and my family and my pets and just catch up with everyone and have kind of a relaxing week and a half or so that I was home before going on my next adventure.
You dropped your ball. Now you can't get it. What are you gonna do?
I then got to fly down to Florida and visit Samantha and the Armour family, and then Sam and I drove from Florida all the way to the Jersey Shore in one straight shot, so that was fun. But we got to hang out at the beach with Caroline and just hang out with people that, like, the three of us were best friends in high school, so it was really cool to rekindle after, like, college and other adventures that we had. We had lots of stories to catch up on. Of course, summer wouldn't be over without a trip to Lake George. We got to hang out with our family and Mom's friends from high school for a weekend, so that was really nice. Then I got to come home again for a little bit and hang out with Matt and his grandma and our pets and all of my friends who are still here, while also looking and applying for jobs almost every day. I feel like searching for a job has become my full-time job at this point in the summer, which was really exhausting and didn't leave me with much hope most days. Did get another break to go back to North Carolina to where my round 2 project was, and I got to visit my sponsors and their beautiful home and my friend Holly from my AmeriCorps team, and also Tiny, who is another STL with AmeriCorps, and that was just all really nice to have again. I don't have many photos from that trip, even though it was about a week long, just because I wasn't on my phone much. We were really just enjoying the nature and each other's company and catching up on what had happened for the past few months or weeks. But then I was back in New York again, visiting friends from college and seeing people back home. I got to be home for Tim's birthday and our cousin Aiden's birthday, so that was really fun. And this was my last time home before going off to explore again. This point in time feels really weird because, again, my full-time job is essentially looking for a job, but also I don't have the restraints or the schedule of school or a job or AmeriCorps or anything, so it feels really strange being able to go on different trips and being able to explore and to choose how I spend my time, which is really fun, but also can get overwhelming a bit at times since it's literally the first time in my life that I do have this kind of freedom. But yes, that freedom allowed me to explore the Pacific Northwest in Washington and Oregon with some of my best friends from AmeriCorps. They were also field team leaders, so we didn't get to see each other much during AmeriCorps, but for these 2 weeks we were together every day, and it was beautiful and amazing. Then in September, I flew back to Louisiana to continue disaster relief work from Hurricane Ida. There is still so much work to be done here, which is crazy and sad to see, but awesome that my boss will let me come back to keep helping them.